Why do Americans care so deeply about personal freedom? Why do they resist being told what to do, speak their minds so openly, and insist on making their own choices, even when those choices come with risk? To many outsiders, this focus on freedom can feel extreme. But for Americans, personal freedom isn't just a preference. It's a core belief. So where did this belief come from? And why is it so deeply rooted in American thinking? To understand why Americans value personal freedom so much, we need to look beyond modern politics or daily behavior. This idea didn't appear overnight. It was shaped by history, geography, culture, education, and the way American society teaches people to see themselves and their place in the world. Freedom in the United States is not just an idea. It's part of how people are taught to think from a very young age. A nation born from resistance. The United States did not begin as a peaceful settlement. It began as resistance. Early American society was formed by people who left Europe to escape control, hierarchy, and limited opportunity. Many settlers felt constrained by rigid social classes, religious control, heavy taxation, limited personal rights. For them, freedom wasn't abstract. It was the reason they left everything behind. This origin story matters because it shaped how Americans see authority to this day. Freedom as a foundational idea. When the United States was formed, freedom was written directly into its identity. The idea that individuals are born with natural rights, rights that exist before government, became a central belief. In American thinking, freedom is not given by authority. Freedom belongs to the individual. Government exists to protect freedom, not control it. This belief became deeply ingrained in national culture. Even people who disagree on many issues often agree on the importance of personal liberty. Geography shaped mentality. NCC Niwai, Lam Ti Kwek Chia Rong Len BVI, Kang Jian Bao La. Trong Fan Len Lech SB, Jade Kai Arch DGI Dao. HIO Ne, G2 Non Nemt Non Van Hoen Ni Con D, moved frequently, built lives from scratch, relied on themselves. When survival depends on your own decisions, independence becomes a necessity, not a luxury. This physical environment reinforced the idea that individuals should be free to choose their own path. The frontier mentality. The American frontier experience played a huge role. For generations, people lived far from centralized authority. They had to solve problems on their own, make quick decisions, take responsibility for outcomes. This created a mindset where freedom and responsibility were closely linked. In American culture, freedom is often paired with the idea, if I choose, I accept the consequences. Individualism over collectivism. One of the biggest cultural differences between America and many other societies is the emphasis on individualism. In American culture, the individual comes before the group. Personal choice is valued over conformity. Self-expression is encouraged. From an early age, children are taught to speak up, to form opinions, to make decisions. This reinforces the belief that each person is the primary decision maker in their own life. Education and free thinking. American education strongly emphasizes participation. Students are encouraged to ask questions, challenge ideas, debate openly. Disagreeing with teachers is often seen as engagement, not disrespect. This teaches young people that authority can be questioned. Ideas should stand on their own merit. Thinking independently is a skill. Over time, this creates adults who are comfortable asserting their freedom. Confidence as a cultural skill. Confidence is not just personality in American culture. It's a learned behavior children are praised for. Trying new things, expressing themselves, standing up for their beliefs. Even when they fail, the effort itself is often celebrated. This reinforces the idea that freedom includes the freedom to try, the freedom to fail, the freedom to learn. Failure is not shameful. In many cultures, failure carries strong social stigma. In the United States, failure is often reframed. It's seen as experience, feedback, a step toward success. This makes people more willing to act independently. If failure is acceptable, freedom becomes less frightening. The role of economic mobility. American culture strongly promotes the idea that people can change their circumstances. This belief encourages risk-taking, entrepreneurship, career changes. Freedom is tied to the idea that life is not predetermined. You are not locked into one role, one job, or one path. Personal responsibility and freedom. In American thinking, freedom comes with responsibility. The expectation is, you choose your path, you accept the outcome. This belief reinforces personal agency. People see themselves as the main character of their life, responsible for success and failure. This worldview strengthens the desire for autonomy. Privacy as a form of freedom. Privacy is deeply connected to freedom in American culture. Being left alone is seen as a right. Questions about personal life, choices, or beliefs can feel intrusive rather than caring. This reinforces boundaries between the individual, society, authority. Media and cultural stories. American movies, books, and media often celebrate individuals who break rules, challenge systems, follow their own path. These stories reinforce the idea that freedom leads to progress. Even flawed heroes are admired for acting on personal conviction. The cost of freedom. Freedom also has downsides. It can lead to loneliness, pressure to succeed, fear of failure. When individuals are responsible for everything, the weight can be heavy. Still, many Americans prefer this burden to losing autonomy. Understanding American values doesn't require agreement. It requires context. When you understand why freedom matters so much to Americans, their behavior becomes clearer, even when it feels different. Subscribe to Why is Explained for more deep dives into why people think and act the way they do. Because behind every behavior, there is always a reason.